जो हमने रूस के साथ 30% कम तेल लेने का वायदा किया था,
कोई नॉन बाइंडिंग MOU नहीं है।
रूस जो है वो बड़ा ईगर था हमें 30% कम पे तेल और गैस जो है वो सेल करने के लिए।
कोई कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बायलैटरल एग्रीमेंट मौजूद नहीं है।
रूस के हुकाम ने पैगाम भिजवाया कि हमें बाकायदा तौर पे तहरीरी फॉर्म में लेके आए।
As far as Ukraine is concerned, we don't want to get dragged into any conflict.
Russia's war of aggression sets a dangerous precedent not only for Europe but for the whole world.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम नाज़रीन, आप रूबरू प्रोग्राम देख रहे हैं और मैं हूं आपका मेजबान शौकत पराचा। इमरान खान जब भी कोई जलसा करते हैं वो रूस का नाम जरूर लेते हैं। इमरान खान जब भी किसी रैली से खिताब करते हैं वो रूसी सदर पुतिन के साथ अपनी मुलाकात का जिक्र जरूर करते हैं। इमरान खान जब भी किसी नेशनल या इंटरनेशनल टीवी को इंटरव्यू देते हैं वो जरूर इस बात का जिक्र करते हैं कि वो चूंकि रूस का दौरा करने गए थे तो उसके बाद उनकी हुकूमत हटा दी गई, लिहाजा रूस पाकिस्तान में हर वक्त खबरों में रहता है, वन और दी अदर वे। रूस सिर्फ पाकिस्तान की खबरों में नहीं रहता बल्कि रूस आलमी खबरों में भी मरकजी तवज्जो रखता है, क्योंकि यूक्रेन में जंग चल रही है। यूक्रेन क्राइसिस की वजह से या यूक्रेन के खिलाफ रूस की जंग की वजह से पूरा आलमी मीडिया रूस का जिक्र करता है। रूस खुद क्या सोचता है यूक्रेन के हवाले से तो रूस से खबरें आती रहती हैं, लेकिन ये पाकिस्तान के सियासी मामलात में जब रूस का बार बार जिक्र होता है तो रूस का पर्सपेक्टिव एक आध बार तो आया है लेकिन ज्यादा नहीं आया। इसलिए आज हम बात करेंगे रूस क्या सोचता है इन सवालात के हवाले से। और आज रूस का कौमी दिन भी है, दिस इज नेशनल डे ऑफ रशिया। तो इस हवाले से आज खसूसी तौर पर इस रूबरू में हमारे रूबरू हैं पाकिस्तान में रूस के सफीर एक्सेलेंसी डैनियल गैनिश। एक्सेलेंसी, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
शुक्रिया, बहुत शुक्रिया
आपका बहुत शुक्रिया। यू केम ऑल अलोंग। वी स्टार्ट विद रशिया। हाउ इज द हेल्थ ऑफ योर प्रेसिडेंट हिज एक्सेलेंसी व्लादिमीर पुतिन?
I hope it's absolutely fine. He is working, the Kremlin is working. I am sure that everything is fine. Otherwise, we would know.
Because certain media reports, especially in the Western media, they painted some other picture that President Putin is suffering from one or the other disease. So there was a lot of queries in Pakistan. That's why I asked this question.
No, I understand. Sometimes when I read something about Russia in the Western media, I don't believe myself. I cannot even presume where they can this from. He is working 24/7.
When President is working, your system is working, what security concerns caused war against Ukraine?
Basically, what we don't like is the movement of NATO towards our borders. And when Ukraine proclaimed that it wanted to join NATO, we believe that it constitutes an existential threat. Existential threat. This is the reason. The movement of NATO military infrastructure towards our border. If to be concise, this is our primary security concern, that a foreign and very hostile military alliance could be just on our borders.
Why so sensitive about Ukraine when Poland, again your neighbor, is part of NATO, Romania for example, NATO member, your neighbor, but what's the particular areas where Russians, they are so sensitive within Ukraine, like Donbass and other areas? It's not that the Russian speaking or Russian ethnic people, they are living in those areas, that also cause some problem.
I wouldn't like to mix different components of this problem. I would like to say that having Sweden or Finland as part of NATO is not the same to us as having Ukraine as part of NATO.
Why?
Because Ukraine, proving themselves, is ready to fight.
Okay.
And it's very anti-Russia. And this is something that we cannot, ignore. Different things. One thing is to be, part of this infrastructure and to not even foresee your participation in a war. And the other thing is to base your statehood on hatred towards your neighbor. This is what we got. And if, for example, supersonic, hypersonic missiles are deployed within Ukraine, it will be a couple of minutes flight time. You understand? That is unacceptable to us.
How much Ukrainian territory now is under the occupation of Russia?
Our Ministry of Defense is basically silent about the specific parameters, but I have, I would estimate that approximately one-fifth.
One-fifth of Ukrainian area is under occupation of Russia.
Yes.
What is the military and human loss of Ukraine at the hands of Russia?
First of all, I would like to mention that this is mutual.
Okay.
So they are also killing us because this is two-way. I presume that our losses are fewer because of our superiority, military superiority.
Yeah. Yes.
So I cannot give you the exact figure of our losses. The latest figure was announced in March. Okay. And that was something like 1,350 people dead. As for Ukrainian losses, I don't know the exact figure either, but I have read that Kiev is speaking about 100 people per day, dead soldiers. But I think they're losing much more.
There is a war, and Russia is accused of violating the international law because the aggression against Ukraine, and then there are also accusations of violating the human rights, like they say the genocide in Bucha area. So what is the Russian position?
First of all, I would like to point out to the fact that right now Russia is responsible for everything under the sun. Everything which is going on this planet is our fault. Speaking seriously, you understand that legal things are very complicated. Because I can tell you, sir, that we are, explaining and we are justifying our actions with our right of self-defense under Article 51 of the UN Charter. This article speaks about self-defense, and we believe that we are acting in self-defense. Just to compare, we could compare that. Imagine we would deploy our missiles somewhere in Mexico. Can you imagine that? What would be the reaction?
It happened in the history. In 1960s, early 60s, Cuban Missile Crisis brought the world to the brink of a nuclear war.
Absolutely. This is the same thing. When a state feels that he has to remove an existential threat, we're talking about an existential threat here. It will ignore some other provisions.
And the United States and other Western countries, they have imposed sanctions against Russia. What has been the impact?
The impact has been felt.
Okay.
We have a slowdown of our economic development. We think that this year it will be 8.8% drop in GDP.
Okay.
But we hope that next year the trend will reverse. The economy will be adapt, and we will have a small growth. We predict it could be 1.3%.
Okay, so the GDP has dropped. Excellency, I have to take break. नादरीन, ब्रेक के बाद जब वापस आएंगे, सवाल तो ये है ना कि आखिर ये जंग खत्म कब होगी? बंद होना चाहिए ब्लड शेड, इंसानों का जान से जाना. ये एक्सेलेंसी एम्बेसडर साहब से पूछेंगे, लेकिन ब्रेक के बाद स्टे विद अस. वेलकम बैक नाजरीन. आज हमारे रूबरू हैं पाकिस्तान में तैनात रूस के सफीर, और हम बात कर रहे हैं पाकिस्तान के हवाले से भी, दुनिया के हवाले से भी. एक्सेलेंसी, वट एवर हैज बीन द रीजन, whatever has been the accusation, and whatever you feel that everything under the sun, if that goes wrong, Russia is responsible. But the fact is, everyone wants this war to end. Is it happening in the foreseeable future?
Basically, we had proposed many times that there should be some indivisible security structure.
Yeah.
But we were told to mind our own business. We are not a satellite of any foreign state. We feel threatened, and we will continue to ensure our security with all means necessary. We would like to stop this war, but we would like to achieve our goals. And our goal is that Ukraine cannot be an anti-Russia. It cannot be part of NATO. And it cannot pose a threat to us. But if we're looking, if we look at the facts, we will notice that there is no talk right now about meaningful negotiations. There is a talk of arming Ukraine further.
Excellency, there is also another angle of this war. Last week, German foreign minister was here. When she addressed the briefing, she cautioned the world and she said that the world must save itself from President Putin's hunger war, that the wheat price, it has already gone up, and the entire world is feeling so, including Pakistan, you see. If there is no wheat from Ukraine, the world will really go into a hunger position. So how Russia thinks about this aspect?
First of all, we think that the narrative which we heard from the Western capitals and Her Excellency, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Germany, she's not telling something new. She is repeating what all 44 or 45 members of the collective West are saying. We do not agree with that. As far as I understand, there is some truth in statement that the special military operation definitely it's not a positive impact. But to say that this was the decisive factor, we wouldn't agree with that.
So, we come from Europe to this region.
Okay.
Afghanistan has been a problem in the past. What Russia is thinking now about Afghanistan? Any threats, or what kind of threats Russia feels from whatever the situation is in Afghanistan?
Basically, I absolutely agree with what your foreign minister said. That first and primary task is to not let this economic collapse. And at the same time, of course, we should engage the Taliban and to persuade and encourage them to fulfill their obligations, such as
and the promises,
human rights, and all that.
Inclusiveness.
Yes, inclusiveness. Education. But you should understand that you cannot talk to people, especially Pukhtuns, with no matter which nationality, even Tajiks, Uzbeks, Russians, no matter which nationality, you cannot talk to another country with threats and ultimatums. I would see the release of the Afghan funds frozen in one of the superpowers. 7 billion.
Yeah, 7-8 billion, or up to more than $8 billion.
They are still frozen.
Yeah.
Why? Why are they frozen? It could help survive a couple of years. It could help relaunch the economy. Nobody is explaining. I mean, the mainstream media.
Excellency, India and Pakistan, their relationship has gone quite low after 5th August 2019 measures taken by India. But we have seen SCO platform serving for certain interaction, like the last month, RATS talks were held in Delhi and Pakistan's delegation was there. How do you comment on this?
I do remember 2017 when both Pakistan and India joined the SCO. And at that time they promised to keep their disagreements out of this organization. And I would just hope that both sides would live up to their promises. I think that we should refrain from bilateral quarrels, bilateral disagreements when we're dealing with something common, such as the Ukrainian thing. No matter how tragic it is, life on Earth does not stop. We should not forget about the climate change. We should not forget about ecological problems. The same with the SCO.
But I remember President Putin made a very good remark about against the insult of any religion, and he was particularly talking about our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But this trend in India, Islamophobia, you have read the news, reports, you have been watching or monitoring the media. These are the problems over there, that Muslims in India, they are suffering, and now, comments, remarks against our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has outraged the entire Muslim world.
I would like to say that any remark against any religion, including against Islam, is just disgusting. This I would like to say, and I do know that this is shared by vast majority of people. And indeed, President Putin, during the press conference of December 23rd, 2021, stated our principal position that you cannot act or speak against any religion, any social group. You cannot hurt feelings of others, speaking simply. This is not freedom of speech. This is something else. This is which we all should avoid. I have noticed with pleasure that the Indians took this step of removing those people from their posts, because these were two functionaries, of BJP. So I think this is a good start.
Talking about the two countries in connection with Shanghai Cooperation Organization, SCO, now India is chair, and there will be heads of state meeting or heads of government meeting in Delhi. What Russia would like? Whether Pakistan's delegation should visit Delhi or abstain and or connect it through virtual, system?
I think, Excellency, I think that definitely we should all work together. There should not be any boycotts or any something like this. And we hope that the situation in bilateral relations will gradually improve. So we think that all members of the SCO should participate in the activities of this organization, no matter where they meet.
Excellency, I have to take break. नादरीन, ब्रेक के बाद जब वापस आएंगे, मैं जरूर पाकिस्तान की सियासी सूरत हाल के हवाले से, जो बार बार इमरान खान कहते हैं कि वो रूस गए और उस वजह से उनकी हुकूमत को हटाया गया या साजिश की गई, चूंकि ये पाकिस्तान में हैं, ये मसलसल देखते हैं पाकिस्तान के रिपोर्ट्स को, अगर ये कुछ बात हमें बता दें, ब्रेक के बाद मैं इनसे सवाल पूछूंगा इस हवाले से. स्टे विद अस. वेलकम बैक नाजरीन, आप रूबरू प्रोग्राम देख रहे हैं और आज हमारे रूबरू हैं पाकिस्तान में तैनात रूस के सफीर जनाब डैनियल. एक्सेलेंसी, देयर हैज बीन लॉट ऑफ टॉक अबाउट रशिया इन पाकिस्तान's politics. As an ambassador here, what do you think, or what goes in your mind?
First of all, I think I am honored to work here as an ambassador. And I think that your people is your country's treasure. And I feel absolutely comfortable here. And I salute to the professionalism of your diplomacy. And I salute to your leadership. And I have been witnessing a huge progress Pakistan has been making all these years. So the country has been developing and developing for the better. So this is in short. Pakistan Zindabad.
Thank you, Excellency. Ambassador Daniel Ganich, it's not first time that Imran Khan visited Moscow. I remember in April 1999, the then Prime Minister, Mr. Nawaz Sharif, was the first to visit Moscow. He was the first Prime Minister after 30-40 years, because Zulfikar Bhutto had also visited. But in the sequence, Nawaz Sharif was the first one. Then I remember General Pervaiz Musharraf went to Moscow. After General Pervaiz Musharraf, President Zardari has been meeting President Putin many times in Moscow, in St. Petersburg, in Sochi.
Absolutely.
And then, Nawaz Sharif, in his last government, he was also meeting President Putin in Kazakhstan, I believe, at the sideline of SCO. So there has been a consistent interaction and a permanent desire among Pakistani rulers to have a good relation with Russia.
Yeah, we are honored. Musharraf was in Russia in 2003.
Yeah. In February 2003.
Yes, President Zardari visited Russia on a separate visit that was 2011. May 2011. And Imran Khan visited Moscow February 24th this year.
Yeah, 22. Do you agree with Imran Khan that his government lost because of his Russian visit?
I think that was one of the factors, but I also know that that was just a sheer coincidence, that he happened to be in Moscow on that very day. That was sheer coincidence. And the proof of that is just the fact that he was in Moscow on that very day. Because had he known that the operation would start on that very day, definitely he would have tried to refrain from being there on that very day. So that was a coincidence. And answering your question, yeah, as an expert, I've been watching things here in Pakistan, and my personal assessment is that yes, it was one of the factors.
Why you feel so that it was one of the factors? One of the factors mean that his Russian visit was one of the factors which caused his ouster from the government.
I mean, one of the factors was this hype, media hype, about his traveling. Basically, Imran Khan is an honest man who wishes well for his country. And he happened to be in Russia on that very day. And after that, this all started. I mean, this
my question is, let me rephrase my question.
Okay.
My question is, Imran Khan claims that a conspiracy was hatched against his government because he visited Russia. He says his Russian visit caused his government to fall.
As an ambassador of a foreign country, I would prefer not to, interfere in your internal affairs. I do know that there was a conclusion of a judge that there was no conspiracy. So here I would like to say period, because I don't feel myself, I don't have this right to interfere into Pakistani politics. So yes, I do know that there is such a talk, but I cannot, take sides here, especially after your judge concluded that there was no conspiracy.
Our National Security Committee said so, that there is no conspiracy. But Imran Khan has been addressing the rallies, and he claimed that Russia offered petrol and wheat at 30% less price. Is this correct claim?
I will tell you facts.
Yeah, please.
I will tell you facts. That we had a huge deal on wheat, and it's basically was a purchase which actually took place. So it was in 2020.
Okay.
The turnover, the trade turnover between Pakistan and Russia for that year, $790 million. Okay. $790 million.
Less than
out of that figure.
Okay.
$212 million was spent on Russian wheat.
Okay.
So in 2020, when Imran Khan was in his second year, we also concluded an MOU between our Ministry of Agriculture and your Ministry of National Food Security.
Okay.
This is also a fact.
This MOU was signed in 2020.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. As for now, I would prefer to not comment over the ongoing contacts and negotiations, because this is our policy.
Excellency, I'm not talking about. I'm not asking anything about the ongoing.
You are asking whether
Imran
that or this figure correct. I would prefer not to comment this, because I can comment that we are in constant touch with your agriculture people, with your energy people, and there is a negotiation going on. And it was taking place under Imran Khan, and it is taking place now. So this is an ongoing process.
No, I appreciate, Excellency. You are being very honest. I appreciate that. My question was about the claims being made by Imran Khan that Russia has offered me 30% less price for petrol and wheat. The other side, those who are opposing Imran Khan, they say that there was no MOU signed or no agreement signed. There are nothing in the papers in the ministries about this claim that 30% less price for wheat and oil was offered from Russia.
I can confirm that we didn't conclude any MOU.
Okay.
But Imran Khan doesn't say that we concluded an MOU. As for what kind of discounts could have been offered, this I cannot comment, because this is indoor negotiation.
Yeah.
And frankly, sometimes I see that from certain Pakistani ministries there are leaks about ongoing negotiations, and we're against it. We think that right now we got to comment and we got to confirm when everything has been done.
So at least you, Excellency, you are confirming that there are negotiations continuing between Russia and Pakistan.
No matter which administration.
Government is there. So the relationship is above any government, whether it's Imran Khan or Shahbaz Sharif or Asif Zardari or tomorrow Bilawal Bhutto.
We need, for example, your leather, or we need textiles.
Yeah.
And we will need them tomorrow and the day after tomorrow.
Exactly. थैंक यू वेरी मच एक्सेलेंसी। नाजरीन, रूस के सफीर जनाब डैनियल गेस्ट हमारे साथ बात कर रहे थे और बड़ा वादे तौर पर उन्होंने यूक्रेन के हवाले से भी और पाकिस्तान के हवाले से, खास तौर पर जो इमरान खान अपनी तकारीर में बात करते हैं, एम्बेसडर डैनियल गैनिश ने भरपूर बात की इस हवाले से। अपने मेजबान शौकत पराचा को इजाजत दीजिए। खुदा हाफिज।